Hello, so let's get straight into it. Routine. What is the ultimate routine? And I think that is life's purpose, is trying to work out what works for you. And the difficulty is things constantly shift. So, you feel like you get into some aspect of a great routine, you've kind of hacked it, you're on top of it, and then you get older, or you move house, or you change jobs, or just something shifts, and so you have to shift. So right here, right now, I want to just completely debunk that there is one perfect routine for every single person at every single moment in their lives on this planet. You simply have to do this work for yourself. You have to figure it out for yourself. And it's trial and error. And it's sometimes a little bit frustrating because there's so many moving parts, but you just have to go through the motions for yourself and really just tune in and listen to yourself. What works, what doesn't? Ignore all the advice out there in many ways. You've really got to start from zero. So if somebody's morning routine is, and this is mine a little bit, I get up and I make a warm glass of water with fresh lemon juice and some Himalayan salt. And I drink that, and I feed my dogs, and then I might go and meditate. So I used to have a really, really strict meditation routine. It's a little bit more nebulous these days because I'm playing around with it. My life is evolving very, very rapidly and into a quite different landscape because I have quit my conventional medicine job. I'm finishing that up at the end of September, so I've still got another month or so based on when this video is being filmed. But I'm on holidays at the moment, but I can't travel anywhere. So I'm kind of at home. And it's really, really interesting to watch the grittiness of navigating what my routine should look like, what I want it to look like. And there's so many factors feeding into it. So it's about trial and error. So what I've actually decided to do is I'm going to do a series of videos on this topic. And I suspect I'll be doing this for years to come because it's constantly going to change and evolve. And I feel like I'll constantly have new tips and advice and bring some things in and let go of some things. But I guess one thing that I really want to focus on now in my life is the fact that I have the freedom to create my own schedule, which is super fun, but super daunting. We do need a container. We do need a degree of schedule and control in our lives because otherwise, would we do anything? Would we actually achieve anything? Sometimes it's that external motivation of other sources, such as having a job to go to, children to feed, various responsibilities that define your schedule. Well, what if those things started sort of falling away and you got to choose and define that schedule for yourself? Even more so, as a woman, what if you chunked down into how you feel across the 4 weeks of your cycle and considered, when I'm ovulating, I have this sort of level of energy. If I'm coming into my period, I'm starting to get a little bit PMSy and I don't really want to be around people. I wonder how I can tweak that into my schedule. When am I feeling super creative? When am I feeling super withdrawn and wanting to turn inwards and do some self-care? And then you can go even further and look at your 24-hour day. You can look at the yin-yang cycle, from Taoist philosophy and traditional Chinese medicine. Basically the yang is the building of the energy in the day. It kind of peaks at midday. As the sun's rising, that's very yang, it's active. And as we come from noon all the way back around into our evening, that's our yin aspect. So should I be scheduling more vigorous activities, more engaging activities, more social and outward activities in my morning half of the day, and then, quietening down the evening? But some people are really creative in the evening, and that might be when they need to be doing those activities more than turning inward. So newsflash, I don't have an answer for you in this video. The answer is we're going to figure it out together. You and I, we're going to go through this bit by bit, and we're going to have a series of videos on this, looking at a morning routine, an evening routine, and just giving you some tips and tricks in different aspects. I'm really pretty obsessed with this topic because I've been trying to hack my life for so many years, but there's been so many moving parts. And look, I've worked a few things out for myself, and I really want to share some of those things with you. So stay tuned for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a little bit of a series on allowing you to to cultivate some great scheduling, but still having that sense of play and lightness and freedom in your schedule without feeling so locked down and burdened by it. It should be light, it shouldn't feel heavy, and that's what I'm going to be navigating moving forward. So I hope you enjoy this little journey with me and you get some tips and tricks out of it that are going to make your life super more productive, but super more fun, creative, and playful, and finding a lot more joy and balance somewhere in there in the mix as well. So let's see you next week. Come back here, weekly content every week, and I'll see you then, and let's sort this routine out.